Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now we are back on the ultra test of course, Unreal Engine. Now today we're going to talk about, and we briefly have sort of spoke about it, but what is the future? What is the future? I'm not saying just what is the future of Blitz. Is it going to be dead? Is it not? But with the new Unreal Engine, obviously the new engine, it's bigger, it's better. What is the future? Like, what can we look to see in the future of Blitz? Now, we're going to talk about a few of them. I know it is a sore subject at the moment. A lot of people are sort of disappointed with the Ultra test. You know, they are disappointed. But overall, I think it isn't too bad. The game style or the play style still feels the same. It really does feel the same playing normal Blitz. Of course, I'm still getting used to these controls, but everyone has that. You know, if you change your controls, it's like you're a complete noob again. But once you get your controls all set up to how you normally have them, the game itself is really no different. Now, I know you've got the different skin here where you see red, but you can change that in the settings. You can change it back to the original, where this one is you shoot red. If it's red, you can shoot it. So at the minute on here, I'm actually playing on. So I am playing on the Ultra test, and it's actually the tutorial. So I went to go back on it, couldn't log in, so I just sort of started again, and it took me through the tutorial. Now, a lot of people may not like the tutorial. They may like it. I don't know. I think there's a few new tanks. I think this one's a new tank. The next one's a new tank. But overall, I feel that it's a lot better. The tutorial seems a lot better. It's more of a story mode. So you get your commanders. Your commanders are working together. There's another person, I can't remember his name, but the Mad Games man. He's like a baddie. And that's really as far as I've got to. But I should have really showed the whole lot. I didn't show the beginning of the tutorial. But, you know, I think it's a lot better to have a little story mode. It's ever so small. It is ever so. It's not like a proper story, but you know, it's you and your commanders working together basically to try and kill this bad guy, which is the Mad Games guy. So you know, I'm liking the tutorial. I'm not gonna lie, I am liking it. And again, I'm playing this first tank here, and then it asks you to get the new tank. It asks you to play a game to get more credits, so you can upgrade your tank. So it does all that, but we're not here really for the tutorial. I just wanted to explain why I'm being a noob and why I'm up against these people. But for the future of Blitz, now there are things that can potentially be possible now that we're going to have Unreal Engine, and it's going to be things that people want. It's going to be things that people may want, or it might be some things that people don't want, but there's some things that people have wanted for a long time that was never ever possible on the old engine, and one of those is marks of excellence. Now, anything I'm going to say in this video, I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard if it's coming. I have no backstage information, you know, background. I've got nothing. I've got no information at all. But it's things that can now be possible with a new engine. So obviously, marks of excellence is something that people have wanted for a very long time. Basically, that is marks on your gun to show how good you are. Like, basically, that is all that is. It has it. They have it in what PC. And people have been wanting that for a very long time. So may we see it? You know, we might see it. We might see marks of excellence. I don't think it'll be anytime soon, but it is something that could now be possible. Now, some of the things that people have wanted, we already know is going to come, like flipping tanks. Now, people have wanted flipping tanks for so long. They've wanted flipping tanks for so long, and we already know that is now possible with Unreal Engine. Now, bigger maps, some people want bigger maps, some people don't want bigger maps, but again, with Unreal Engine, that may bring the availability to bring bigger maps. And of course, with bigger maps, may then become 10 versus 10. Some people may want that, some people don't. Personally, I don't want 10 versus 10, but I'm sure if it ever happened, I would adapt to 10 versus 10. And of course then with 10 versus 10, with bigger maps, there is something people have been asking for, but it is never going to be available in Blitz because of the map sizes, and that is the Japanese heavy tanks, the Type 5 I think it is. And Wargaming have always said Japanese heavies, no. I know we do have, but they're different. They're different. But now with Unreal Engine, that is highly possible. It is very, very highly possible. And of course, the things that we know we're going to get, better graphics. We know we're going to get better graphics. Eventually, we are going to get a lot better graphics. This is the Ultra test, don't forget. So it's not the finished product. So do bear that in mind as well. What you're seeing now isn't the finished product, so it may be different when it actually comes out into the game. So that's just a few things that could come. Another thing that I really want to come, we thought it was going to come in the actual Blitz a while ago, and that is like weather conditions, you know, fog, rain, mist, anything like that. You know, we've wanted a bit of rain, snow, fog, anything like that. People have wanted weather conditions, whether they put tornadoes or stuff, I really don't know, but weather conditions is something that they was looking at, and I think they added it once in an open test or in a test server, so you could actually have I think it was fog or something like that, but they never went further than that. And again, more tanks, better tanks, bigger tanks, and some people may want that, some people might not want that. But, you know, time will tell. But now with the Unreal Engine, again, I know it is a sore subject at the minute, and many people are complaining about what they're seeing. A lot of the things with, like, sets, I still don't really understand why they've changed the tech trees. Just have a tech tree, but again, that's not up to me. And obviously the commanders. So the commanders, with how they look, it's sort of Fortnite looking. Maybe have it more accurate, you know, but you never know, they may change it in the future. They may listen to the feedback and they may change the look of the commanders, or they may nerf the commanders in the future, or even before it is even released. You know, we might get that before it's we don't know. We don't at the minute. They are taking feedback, and I know they're taking feedback because Wargaming have asked some CCs for feedback to give to the developers. So, you know, it may happen before we even see this update hit. And yes, it is going to be the biggest update. I do think they will lose players, but also they're going to gain players, and it's maybe just sticking with it. And I get some people are not going to like it. It is change, and I've said that all along. It is change. People need to adapt to change, and once you've adapted to change, you'll probably sit there and think, do you know what, this is a better game, this is amazing. But, you know, again, time will tell, because right now we don't know how it's actually going to be. The only thing I do know, playing the Ultra test, the gameplay itself really is not much different. It plays almost exactly the same. Again, I am a bit of a noob when it comes to playing here, but that is mostly my controllers, my loadout. But overall, I'm happy with how things can turn out in the future, and the never-ending things that Wargaming may be able to add in Unreal Engine. So, you know, we don't know at the moment. But, you know, if you look at just some of the things that I've pointed out, you know, some of the things, you know, you've got the Swedish tank destroyers as well. I can't remember what the name is, but with the mechanic that it's got, the suspension, etc., you know, they may be able to add things like that. And if it does, then I think it would be a big seller. So as you can see here now, we are going through the tutorial. It's telling us we're playing the Highlander, the AC02 Highlander, and it's basically telling me to go purchase the new tank. So we was playing the Wedge. We've just got the Highlander. You can see level 1, level 2, and so on. So let me know what you are looking forward to the most with Unreal Engine. But for now, bye bye.